All right, so before we start populating our home view controller, there are a couple of things that we need to create. So we need a view, a circular button view, which essentially is going to. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Um, so this guy right here, the run button, this is a circular button, and we can create one inside the home view control, or we can create a custom control. So let's create a custom control, because that way, like, you will know how these custom controls are created, and it's going to be reusable for us. Okay, so I'm going to select a new Swift file here, and I'm going to say circular button. Okay, and we're going to import from UIKit final class circular button UI button. Okay, so this is going to inherit from UI button, and we're going to need a few properties that we're going to ask our users of this control to supply to us. Okay, and those are going to be the border width, CG float, and if they don't supply, we're going to set it to 10 by default, and border color, which is going to be Y color, and we're gonna set it to a default of white color. Now there are some properties that we're gonna set. Title text, so whenever somebody is setting a title text, we're gonna put did set observer on this, and we're gonna basically call set title. Okay, and we're gonna set the title text to that for the normal button state. Okay, and for title text color, this is going to be another property, UI color. We are simply going to call did set and set title color, title text color for normal state. Okay, all right, now for the initializer, we're gonna override this initializer super.init.frame. We're gonna supply that, and this is going to basically ask us to create this required initializer as well. And if there's anything that we need to do basically during the initialization, we can do it right here. But when we are done laying out our subviews, that's where we need to actually set up our corner radius and border color and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say layout subviews. Whenever layout subviews is called super.layout subviews, finish whatever it is the superclass needs to do, and then call a function setup. Okay, and this is going to be a private function setup, which is going to help us set up our view. So we're going to say clip to bounds is equal to true, background color is equal to, so we're going to say purple is the background color that we are giving. So we are we are not providing, like, flexibility. If you want to make your control more flexible, just take an input of that and then use that here, but I'm just gonna leave it as is. And for the corner radius, we're gonna say frame dot size dot width divide by 2. Now, this is the main reason why we are setting up inside layout subviews and not in init, because we are using auto layout. We want to wait for all the views to be laid out on the screen, so the auto layout system can determine what their frame and size frame size is gonna be, and then we can get that information from frame.size to get the width, so we can actually create the corner radius divided by like half of the width basically. Okay, so all the frame related information in case of auto layout you only get after your views are laid out. If you do it like in init, what's going to happen is you're going to receive a 0 value for this if you're creating a 0 width frame, and we don't want to create like a set width or set CG rect frame, because we want to rely on auto layout to adjust according to the size of the phone's screen. Okay, hopefully that is clear why we are actually calling this setup inside layouts of views, not in init. And then we're gonna create our border color, and the border color is going to be border color dot cg color, and border width is going to be the border width that's been set. Okay, with that, our circular button is ready to be used. Okay, now there is one more view that we need to create, or one more helper that we need to create, and that is a location manager. So I'm going to create our location manager here as well. So I'm going to select a source file, location manager, and this is basically just to have like a single class that can be initialized, so we don't have to set the accuracy and the activity type and stuff all over when we are creating our CL location manager. So I'm simply gonna first import from code location, create a final class location manager. Okay, and we're gonna create manager, which is gonna be of type CL location manager. During the initialization, we're gonna say manager is equal to CL location manager dot desired accuracy is gonna be KCL location accuracy best, because we are running we need a best accuracy for that. And for the activity type, we're gonna say this is gonna be a fitness activity. As you can see, there are several other options available, and so the desired accuracy is going to be best, and the activity type is going to be fitness, because we are tracking a run. We are also going to create a function to check location authorization. So check location authorization, and this function is simply going to check if the location manager has the authorization status to be authorized when used or not. Okay, and if it does not, then it's simply gonna say manager dot request when in use authorization. All right, so this is basically going to help us first of all create location manager, and then we can call this function anytime we need to check the authorization status. Now I'm creating this like as a class because that helps us like basically set up these properties, and we don't have to initialize these properties again and again. On the contrary, you can just create like CL location manager inside your home view controller and stuff like that, and basically just set these other properties. But this is like a little bit more reusable way of changing, because like let's say if you want to change the activity type to support automotive, or like automotive navigation, airborne, or any other option that you want to try on, then you can just do it at one place and just take the benefit of like that change everywhere else. Okay, all right, so so in the next video we are gonna start working towards our home view controller. So we've got everything that we need in order to put together our home view controller. So we're gonna get started with that one. Okay,